Welcome, everyone. Today we are going to do, it's funny because I was torn between doing a reading from our spirit guides or doing a love reading. And feel like it's going to be both, really, because I always read through my spirit guides. But I feel like we're going to go ahead and do a soulmate reading. Can certainly be twin flame also, but you know, from the get go, I felt like this is a year where a lot of soulmates are going to reconnect or connect, potentially for the first time. But you probably have reconnected in a previous life. So, anyways, what we're going to do is we're just going to have a conversation. We're going to use a couple different decks. I'm going to use I believe it's called the Universal Tarot for the feminine. And I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot for the masculine. I'm hoping I got my lighting okay. That it's not too light and it's not too dark. I'm still trying to figure this all out. So bear with me. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot to clarify, but also we're going to connect them down the middle. It's very interesting, I find, when we do a reading like this. I was just going to say it's one of my favorite readings to do, but you guys, it's like every time I say that, it's a different reading. I just love doing all different types of readings. And then we're going to use Mother Mary for our words of wisdom, and that's where we're going to begin. So let's go ahead and open up this reading. This is for all signs. This is just helping you to guide you in your love life. Again, I invite my guides in of the light to help us in this reading, give us clarity, give you clarity. Some, I feel like comfort of mind, peaceful feelings. But let's go ahead and begin. So, as relating to the soulmates, what Mother Mary says, faith. Faith, have faith. Have faith in God to heal this situation. Some of you could certainly talk about a current relationship that needs a little healing. But I trust in God to heal this situation. Faith. All right. It's going to be for both, by the way. And I am going to read that at the end of the reading from the book because, it's just profound. Let's go ahead and start with the masculine. By the way, just so you know, I know this confuses a lot of people. Last time I gave them actual names, I think it was Peter and Mary. And a lot of people got confused by that. I'm not sure why. But, I'm saying masculine, feminine. Just, I feel like in this type of reading, you'll just know where you're at, right? You'll know which side you're on. Because we all have masculine and feminine energy. And, not everyone is female and male relationship. It can be male and male, female and female. You know what I mean? So I leave it open. Okay, well, that didn't take long. Positive movement forward. Positive movement forward. That's an 8. 8 is the name of the game for October. It's in, I swear, all my readings, like, multiples of 8. We're moving into Universal Year 8 next year. So I do feel like there's a lot of things coming to a head or coming together, maybe is a better way of saying it, within these last couple months of 2023. Let's keep going. Positive movement forward. It feels like this person has been in some choppy waters, and the day's coming where it feels like it's going to be much more smoother. Is that the right word? Calmer waters. All right, we have the 7 of Cups. Someone's in a decision. And then, well, hello. So movement, choices, and decisions. Sitting right next to choose wisely. So someone feels like they're starting something new. They are opening up a new path for themselves. They may have just left a relationship. This is about love. So that's the focus we're going to keep it on. I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. Um, because my screen going dark on me. Anyway, so we have positive movement forward. 8, new beginning. Infinity as above, so below. No beginning, no end, right? But the human mind has to make a decision here. Like, so which direction do I flow? Which cup do I choose? And then I feel like the 2 is representing them actually making a decision. So let's keep going. See where this leads us. Just floated out. Material harvest. Interesting. This person may be building a business for themselves. The Nine of Pentacles, this is the Nine of Pentacles, and it talks about successful self employment. Doesn't have to be like self employment, though. I feel like it's where someone has gained a lot of independence within themselves. It's starting with the 8, that's the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is potentially where someone's going to put their focus. So this is someone who is thinking about their independence. And I don't mean that in like, I don't want love, but I feel like, the building of their foundation is truly important. This is someone who's on the road to success. But it's interesting because choose wisely. It's almost like I almost feel like the Ace of Pentacles is going to come out and like it's an opportunity. Again, with the Nine of Pentacles, I read that as a very independent type energy. So this could talk about because we're doing a love reading, but we want to know what's going on in their lives at the same time. So I like where their focus is at. But I also feel like this independent energy may talk about like the severing of ties with someone. Foundation and achievements. Foundation and achievements. Hmm. The universe. The next chapter. The universe is a very spiritual time in one's life. I feel like, the universe shows when I don't need to know everything, but I know enough spiritually to start believing in maybe my spirit guides, maybe that I am being guided, that I am receiving epiphanies. I do feel like this person is, I don't know if concerned is the right word, but I feel like by them having a strong foundation, they understand that whatever it is that they're going to focus on, let's say for 2024, that it's interesting because another thing before I go on, I've been seeing this a lot too. 7, we're in the universal year 7, right next to the 8, moving into universal year 8, the universe, the next chapter. So, 9, reflection. Someone may be doing exactly that, reflecting on where I want to go next. This could for some be like an actual moving of a home, like I'm moving to a new location type of thing. Their job may move them. Look at this. 2 of Cups. Hello. Here's the soulmates. Coming under some very positive energy, by the way. In the psychic tarot, they call it spiritual union. makes sense following the universe, which to me, again, is a very spiritual time. I feel like, with choose wisely, it's the only energy here that may throw a little curveball. However, I feel like their spirit guides are really helping them to not just, well, to follow their heart. I wouldn't be surprised if some are making a move. Um, and it's interesting, this person could be someone who already has a firm foundation. This could be someone who may already own a business, but it feels like it only gets better. Now, I feel like if it owns a business, would they be moving? Well, potentially if they like can work from home. But I feel like for some, this is saying that someone just feels like they've gotten like their material world together. And now maybe they're starting to think about the soulmates, spiritual union. We are doing a soulmate reading. Interesting. Trapped in fear, being mirrored by the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, I feel like the person in there says, seems like I choose a cup and it goes wrong. Now, this is an emotional cup. So I feel like it's talking about love. I really feel like this person over here has got their finances together, or will have the opportunity to, because it says material harvest, right? Positive movement forward. And then we introduce the soulmates. So, trapped in fear, this is a self created prison. I feel like this person's broken themselves free from it though. And they are the only person who can break free from it. Self created. This is normally when we try to build walls around ourselves. I feel like this person it's almost like they have an eight life path. And I'm saying that because an eight life path, part of their purpose, their soul's purpose in this lifetime is about their material world. And it's not an egotistical type of thing. It is about building a great harvest for themselves. But I feel like, it's not just about themselves. Two eights, there's that 88, seeing that everywhere. All right. Okay, well, we have shadow. This is a card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. You know, it's interesting because the moon, which can talk about uncertainty, right? I can only see as far as the moonlight will allow me to see. And lately I've been feeling, well, if that's the case, then move during the day when the sun is out. But what I'm noticing is Eight of Swords is closer to the energy of the dark side of this person, which we all carry, right? Light and dark, male and female. We all carry that energy, good and bad. We just got to know, we got to learn how to control it. So I like that the light side of this person is facing this side, which we're calling the feminine's energy. 18. And we are going to take these. We have solitude, that is the hermit. And then we have material and spiritual prosperity. This person could work in the field of, like helping the underdog. I get this feeling for some, like this, for not everyone, but there's someone out there. I feel like they've done so well that they are now that's what they're doing. They're helping others, and I feel like it feels good to their soul. It almost feels like that's what they feel they were meant to do. Hermit is a card of Virgo, by the way. Um, so is the Nine of Pentacles. There's a lot of energy here about prosperity. I feel like where would this person's only fear lie? Well, I feel like it's within the soulmates. Maybe they want to make sure they're making the right decision. But I kind of love that the hermit then comes out because I feel like in the hermit's energy, I am asking those big questions like, where is my soulmate? Was this person my soulmate? Again, this we're ending this line with a question. Do I make a movement? Choices and choose. Shadow. It's like all cannot be revealed, but enough. Enough. I feel like if this person breaks free from, again, this prison, and again, it's probably mental, like mental thoughts. Because I feel like, I got it together in my money. Doesn't mean this person's rich or anything, though there is a lot of energy of prosperity, but it doesn't mean they're rich. I guess we each measure that in a different way. I feel like if I have enough in my pocket, then I'm fine. Um, I feel like it's interesting because it's like the Pope. Looks like the Pope standing there. I feel like there could be someone who, may have met earlier, and you may have two different religions, two different, I want to say beliefs, but I have a feeling that this person's mind needed to be opened. And I feel like through their own journey, their own experiences, they're much more open. Um, I almost you like how do I say this? Like, there's not just one way, not one way to heaven. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's at the bottom of their deck. Look at this. Emotional withdrawal. So now we have 888. Telling you the name of the game. Emotional withdrawal. All right. Well, I can have my money sector all together. I can be doing well for myself. I can live in a beautiful home. I could drive a beautiful car, but it doesn't mean that my life is fulfilled. Something's missing here, right? Someone's missing here. I do feel like, again, it's almost like this person has an eight life path, and like they're fulfilling that part, but I feel like their heart's not fulfilled. I don't feel like this person wants just any old person. I don't think it's about like, I just want to go on dates. No, I feel like this person's looking for their partner. Deception and envy underneath that. That could be a little bit why the Eight of Swords is here. This person may have been with someone who did carry some untrustworthy energy, and maybe it has taken them a while to clear that energy. And what I mean by that is we have to be careful that, if we were with someone before who didn't treat us right, that we don't automatically put all that energy on the next person walking in the door, so to speak. So it's energy that first of all, the Eight of Cups wants this person to look within their emotional house, wants them to understand, that some of these cups have fallen over. I have a feeling for some, this person was with someone who may have been a karmic, may have taught them some valuable lessons, difficult lessons. Um, but I feel like really what it's taught them is that they haven't had the love. that their heart is seeking, that their spirit is seeking. Doesn't mean they're not going to find it, because I do feel like they're on a quest. And just to, I'm not wrapping it up, but just to say again on this side, I feel like this person feels like financially material, in a material way, and even in an independent way. It's like, I think of Earth. I'm an Earth sign, and if I'm not grounded, well, then life feels chaotic to me. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is what this person is now doing. They're balancing, right? They're balancing that material world, and now they're feeling. I feel like they feel that lack, right? Not that they haven't had love, but it didn't turn out right. It didn't turn out good. Really feels like quite the opposite. So I could see why there's a little, apprehension on making taking the next step. But I do feel like they are going to take that next step. I do feel like they are going to break themselves free from that prison. Because why? Because they feel, because the hermit showed, it's saying that this person did take a deep, hard look at their life. Even the cups that have fallen over. Sometimes we got to look at those cups and be like, you know what? It was probably a blessing that cup fell over. And it might have been a blessing that cup fell over. And that cup I really had no control over. You know what I mean? Like not everyone's going to love us. Um, and that's okay, because there's someone out there who will. So it feels to me like this person's got soulmate energy on their mind. All right, let's bring in the Universal Tarot, and let's look at the feminine side. Again, you can be on either side, and I know that confuses people, but that's why you want to trust your intuition. Trust your guides. I often feel if you're guided to this reading, then there's some type of message here for you. All right, let's give them a cut. And let's speak. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Look at this. Eight of Pentacles. It's interesting. Seven to the eight, eight to the seven. Five of Pentacles. All Pentacles on this side so far. Seven of Wands. All right. Now, over here, on this side, I feel like when you see the Five of Pentacles, to me, that means that some type of tower energy happened. It's energy feeling thrown out to the cold. It may, excuse me, it may be relating to their Pentacles also. Seven of Pentacles, though, to me, its first message is about patience, right? Have patience, because this person over here feels like they may be building something new. They may be creating a new life for themselves. They may have not even had a choice. It's like a tower came, thrown out into the cold. I didn't have the luxury of just sitting back and doing nothing. I had to keep moving. Seven of Wands, 77, by the way. I point numbers out because I feel like numbers are also great signs. Some of you could have been born in 77. But Seven of Wands is a little bit of a defensive type energy. It is about standing your ground. But again, the Seven of Pentacles talks about patience. I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is really your seed, your garden, and it's all your seeds. Some of those seeds planted before you even came into this lifetime. Other seeds you're planting right now. And I feel like when we see the Seven of Pentacles, that means one of these seeds is coming to fruition. It's interesting because the Five of Pentacles is mirroring the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles to me is has a potential being a very lucrative type energy, creative, and can be abundant. I can be starting on my way. Eight of Pentacles says if you're willing to put your focus there, that's what you're going to grow. And I feel like someone may have lost a job. Interesting, because I felt that over here a little bit too, but someone may have lost a job, or could have been a relationship that came to like an abrupt ending. Could have been a lot of ego in that energy. Doesn't have to be the feminine's energy. It just may be, this is about standing your ground, but it's also about defending off attacks. All right, let's keep going. So you both have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, though it can speak about the material world. Really, its message is whatever you focus on is what you're going to grow. And again, that Five of Pentacles, though, I feel like I'm being thrown out into the cold. I feel like down the road, I'm thankful for that because I feel like a new opportunity, like another seed comes to, takes a blossom. But I got to put my focus on that seed at the same time. All right. Judgment. This is your spiritual team. This is calling you to the present moment. Interesting is coming under an 8, which speaks about a new beginning, new opportunities. Judgment asks you to bring your focus to the present and not the past. Why? Because there's a potential of some type of rebirth that's about to happen in your life. This lets you know that signs, epiphanies, messages are there. They're going to reach you. They're going to help guide you. That's another reason why the calmer your mind, the easier it is to see these signs. Now, even if you're in chaotic energy, it doesn't mean signs aren't coming your way, but maybe I'm having a harder time trusting them. So judgment definitely wants you in the present moment. 10 of Swords. Okay. 8 of Swords. Interesting, you both have the 8 of Swords. Dang, I feel like this person over here, I feel like your spiritual team is trying to give you a message. I feel like whatever feels like, in a way, it was taken from you, I feel like it was taken with a reason, on purpose. Well, saying on purpose, in your favor. Because if I look down from the Five of Pentacles, now the Ten of Swords, this person's looking right up. I mean, he's in the energy of submission, right? But he sees these swords coming, yet he's just lying there. Just lying there. And I feel like it has the potential of becoming a repeat pattern. Why? Because there's something I don't want to face. 2 8s over here, by the way. 88. Both of you having the Eight of Pentacles and both of you having the Eight of Swords. I gotta know what I'm fighting for. I gotta know if some things are worth the fight. Because I feel like your spiritual team is saying, this person over here feels like they've gone again through some type of tower moment. But that doesn't mean that energy doesn't want to come back around. But if it does come back around, I feel like, and if it's a person, Maybe both of you were dealing with, similar type energies where there could have been someone who was untrustworthy. And I'm saying it because, again, this is a love reading, but it is a life reading at the same time. So I feel like your spiritual team, it's almost like they want to save you from repeating a pattern, and I feel like that's probably why I was thinking to myself, like, not all fights are worth fighting. Like standing my ground, but also knowing when enough is enough. Both people needing to break free from these self created prisons. Both people seem to have dealt with someone who feels difficult. I mean, over here, it's sword after sword after sword after sword. It's almost like someone breaks up with me and then I take them back. And then they break up with me again and I take them back. And your spiritual team is saying, there won't be change in that. It'll keep happening. And then the Seven of Swords being, or the Seven of Pentacles being your soul seeds of intention. Well, this person's intention is that another sword is going to come my way. And I'll be damned, but another sword comes their way. Somebody's never, no more. It's, it's like they've taken my mind, my voice, my heart. What am I fighting for? Break free, baby. Break free. See the truth. Judgment is about truth. And it's about your truth. And nobody else's. It's about your truth. And to ask yourself, are you living in your truth? Do you think you deserve these daggers? Sometimes, subconsciously, we do. But your guide is saying you don't. All right, let's keep going. Well, hello, lovers. Interesting. So we have the soulmates over here, and we have the lovers over here. If you see the devil card, and I think in this card, in this deck, it's represented that way. You see the devil's influence over the lovers. And the devil casts illusions, but those illusions are strong. And we can buy them hook, line, and hook, line, and sinker. Is that the right word? Anyways, it's coming under judgment. So it feels like it's your spiritual team whose energy is, I don't want to say controlling these lovers, because these lovers have free will, but let's just say influencing. And then the Three of Cups. Well, Three of Cups is a reason to rejoice. Kind of interesting because, excuse me, there's some difficult energy over here. I feel in no way has this person had an easy life. I feel like they've dealt with a lot, and they dealt with like some, untrustworthy type of energy, maybe in their pentacles and in their love life. Does that mean that's the way the rest of my life has to be? Well, your spiritual team is right in the middle of this spread, with the trumpet blowing down right over the lovers. I feel like if both these people don't free themselves from these self-created prisons, well, I feel like eventually they do or they will, but that could certainly slow down the progress or the process. Both. Because remember, judgment's about a rebirth. For who? The lovers. Lovers is two people. And then a reason to celebrate. All right, let's see what's on the bottom. We have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. I often call the Page of Wands my fool. This is someone who takes a chance, takes chances in life. They don't always pay off. But the fool learns how to, I'm saying the fool, the Page of Wands learns how to get up, how to keep moving. This is the energy of action. Some of you may be feeling like, I almost want to say like a rush of passion. Like I'm feeling this energy. Maybe you have no clue why. This could certainly talk about this person's younger energy. But I also feel like it may talk about your younger energy. Maybe it's both. Maybe you are very like minded. So this is like, I'm getting like the free spirit, the free thinker, and it's interesting because Page of Wands is coming on this side, and this is not someone's energy that would take like sword after sword after sword. So maybe if I'm like, I gotta remember who I am. I gotta remember who I am. All right, we're gonna put them together over here. Let's look under the page. Look that way, the Page of Pentacles. Hmm. Two pages. Page of Wands. It's interesting because over here there's a lot of red. That remind me of the Page of Wands. Over here there's a lot of Pentacles. It could potentially be the Page of Pentacles. And again, it may talk about younger energy. For some of you, this may be someone that you at one time were with at a younger time, and maybe reconnecting. Again, it doesn't have to be this lifetime. I do feel like this person is seeking, like, it's like I feel like I have again my financial life pretty much together, but that doesn't mean I'm happy. Doesn't mean I'm fulfilled because I don't feel they feel fulfilled. And I feel like they are now looking for love. Two of Cups doesn't mean any old love. It's a soulmate. And they may not even understand that, like, that's what they're looking for. Like, they may not give it a title. Maybe they don't understand that part yet. And even over here, the lovers, that can represent, first of all, lovers is a card of Gemini. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that. It's also a head over heart decision. With the Three of Cups sitting right next to it, I feel like if we're saying it's a head over heart decision, then I feel like, you're following your heart because the Three of Cups follows that. But I also feel like it's speaking of chemistry. And maybe that's why I felt like someone's feeling the energy before it's even manifested. All right, let's slide these over just a hair. And we're going to go right down the middle. Let's connect the two. And we're going to use the Gilded Tarot. And I feel like I want to bring everything up just a little bit. And again, I pray my lighting is okay. It's interesting, when I first did my first reading on this new laptop, I just thought the picture was beautiful. And then, you go in and you play with stuff and you forget what you did, and like I couldn't get back to that again. So um, I'm hoping it's very clear. I also hope the messages are very clear. All right. So first thing we're going to do is connect them right down the middle. Eight of Wands, look at that. Fast moving energy. This is also reminding me again of next year, the universal energy of the eight. And, what follows that? The chariot. First of all, I feel like the chariot talks about balance. Like this is when I'm finding real balance. Like I'm understanding that, over here that I may be in a repeat pattern or I was in a repeat pattern. Don't put the blame on yourself. Don't judge yourself. Forgive yourself. All of that. Because I feel like something happened outside of your control, but then maybe you had a little bit of control. Um, the blindfold needs to come off on that because maybe I've been spending a lot of time with the wrong person, giving a lot of energy to the wrong person, standing my ground, though I keep ending up with the daggers in my back. I need to take off that blindfold. Again, I feel like I need to know what I'm fighting for. Okay, why am I saying all that right now? Eight of Wands, well, what I think about, I bring about. If we learn energy, and understand that our intentions, what we're putting out into the universe is like 9/10 of the law. It's a law of attraction. That's what's going to come back to me. This may be that rush of passion that I'm feeling. All the daggers, I'm sorry, all the wands are traveling towards the feminine's energy. Now, again, you understand it can be either or. But this is fast moving energy. And then, like I said, the chariot, card of Cancer. We're in the universal year we're in the year of the chariot. So this year is asking us to find true balance. It's interesting because when I look down at the moon, who is the ruler of Cancer, this person is looking right back at their dark side, but it's the light that is being illuminated. And that may be exactly why this next chapter is opening up. Because again, the world to me is a spiritual time. It's me at least understanding that I'm more than just this human being. I am a spiritual being having human experiences. I feel like this person has realized that they had to learn to control the light and dark within them. And it may even be the balance like between, my focus has been on my finances, my material world, my foundation, but I'm lonely. I want more now. Like maybe I'm ready for love. Doesn't mean that they weren't in relationships because I do feel that they were, but I feel like again they dealt with someone who was untrustworthy. Now, it doesn't mean that that person was out cheating, and it just means that they were really working against them. Maybe even envy of the material growth that this person could have. But this speaks to both soulmates. Chariot, movement. The chariot's message is unlimited potential. And it talks about you using your intentions to drive this chariot. It's not about using the reins of the horse. It's about your intention. You're telling the chariot where to go. We'll kind of love it that the Eight of Wands is right above that. So it's almost like manifesting very quickly. It's almost like once I know what I want, then I'm going to start manifesting. It doesn't mean it comes in immediately, even though, again, that Eight of Wands, fast moving energy, but also the eights can, again, speak about next year, but something's happening this year. Maybe the initial contact or, again, someone out of the blue reaching out. And it can talk about like, we come together in the physical in 2024. Yeah. I mean, you can't come together this year. This person may even help this person a little bit with their finances. Um, and again, I feel like if this person is dealing with a lack of finances, it feels like, well, I guess we have to know our part. Yes. But I also feel like it's because someone else like held it back. Five of Pentacles though. Five. Change. Often feel the Five of Pentacles that this person is moving towards soulmate energy. The Hermit. Card of Virgo. Look at the Hermit though, and his beacon of light. It is illuminating. Wow. It's illuminating this Eight of Swords. But it feels like two of these cards feel like they're moving this direction. I don't always want to put it on the masculine to make the move. And that's why I say it can be either way, but I'm just giving them a title just so we can keep it clear, or at least that's how I look at it. Um, so first of all, Hermit's illuminating the snake that's at his feet. And, I feel like that's a symbol of trust, growth. It's like if anything, if a snake comes towards you, it'll be illuminated. You'll see it. Just gotta trust it. I feel like the hermit becomes truly a master teacher, master energy. Whether it's what I planned on doing, it's just who I've become. This is someone who was willing to look deep. And because they were willing to look deep, sometimes I'm just looking for the light. Show me the light. Tired of the darkness. And what the hermit figures out is, I am the light. I am my own savior. Doesn't mean your spiritual team and God and your angels aren't all involved, but this is knowing one's own strength, self. But I also feel like this person help illuminating to this person the Eight of Swords. But it feels like in a spiritual way. All right. Let's I don't feel like there's a whole lot I need to clarify, but I do feel like we'll take a couple cards on top over here just to see like the Seven of Cups and then the Two of Pentacles. To me, the Two Pentacles, especially with all these Pentacles here, a lot of Pentacles here, a lot of Pentacles here. Well, one, two, three. One, two, three. Look at that. Equal amounts. Equal amounts. I know yeah, three. Okay. So, positive movement forward. Choose wisely. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, hello, lovers. So, the lovers have hopped from this side over to this side. Look at this energy. I love this card because I feel like it tells a story more than anything. Because I feel like many times we can feel, especially if we have clarity of mind, we understand ourselves. We've learned, like, okay, what's the patterns? Nines always ask you to reflect. Reflect upon the last chapter. Reflect upon the chapters in your life. Get to know you, get to know all of you. Like, why do you create these self-created prisons? Where are they coming from? Well, it clearly over here, it's from other people. Over here, it may just be a lack of knowing how I'll be. I've been so concentrated in one area of my life. the love area didn't quite work out. I feel like they've rebounded pretty quickly, or they are rebounding very quickly. Because I feel like they wanted out anyway. So the lovers. Oh, I know what I was telling you. So, like you can see the feminine here, right? But the masculine looks like he's in spirit. So to me, it just feels like they're not together yet. They can feel each other's energy. The lovers, the lovers. You have a lot of cards that are of the same. Queen of Pentacles, no wonder we're getting so many Pentacles. So this again can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but it doesn't have to be. This definitely would be someone who would focus upon their finances. Could be you though. Like if you're over here, it could be them thinking of you. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles has her specialty is really reading between the lines, missing the details that other people just kind of skim over. All right, I want to follow that though. Two Pentacles coming over the Two Pentacles. And then look at this, the Six of Cups. Someone that I used to know. Over the Eight of Wands. So, I feel like, let's just start with this person. I feel like this person, you know, I do feel like their emotional house feels empty. Everything else feels pretty good. But I do feel like they are thinking of you, depending on where you're at. They're thinking of someone. Now, this is someone that they would have very good memories of, happy memories, cherished memories, even. Right now it is being mirrored by the lovers, and it is coming over the Eight of Wands. So, whether anything has even moved, I feel like this is energy, like I can feel it. Six of Wands. It's interesting too because I feel part of this Eight of Swords for them may be reaching out, almost like, oh, should I? Like, I've probably had you on my mind all along, you know. Chances are the majority you have already met. This is someone from a younger time in your life. Again, I felt like this person may, not for everyone, but may have the potential of moving. They may be moving back to like their hometown. Um, it just feels like great energy. Again, because I feel like this person doesn't feel fulfilled emotionally. However, I just feel like they know who will fulfill them. Interesting, the two of Pentacles. So maybe this is them hoping that as they move forward, that this person will not be in this fear-based energy and instead use their logical mind, almost like they come in and they can lay it out for you. Five of Wands. And then the Eight of Cups. Now, don't get mad at me, but sometimes I feel like the universe uses towers to help move us because we're not moving ourselves. And I feel that right now. Now, I'm sure it's not for everyone, but I do feel like over here, this person is dealing with a very difficult type of energy. And, The Five of Wands, it's battling type energy. Now, I do feel like because it's coming over the Seven of Pentacles, there's a lesson to learn. And the Eight of Cups follows that. So I feel like right away, there's your lesson, right? It's almost like I feel like saying, like, if I'm in a relationship with someone, but they're not willing to put the effort in, well, there's your answer. And maybe instead, like, I took on the brunt of the relationship. That's not what my soul wanted. It's coming right over your soul seed of intentions. So I know that this energy was meant to happen to help you, to help teach you. And what's it teaching you? It's teaching you that there's better out there. Five of Wands, I often feel like if I'm expecting anyone to back down, like to stop putting these swords in me, it's not going to happen. Certainly can be some type of narcissistic type of energy with all these swords, and then the Eight of Swords. Almost like, I break up with you, and then you start to move forward, and it's like, nope. It's like, it almost feels like, are they here just trying to make your life difficult? But then, are you allowing it? Eight of Cups, you are looking at that. Two eights, hello, 88. I feel like before I leave this reading, I gotta look up like eights for angel messages. Okay, let's keep going. The Emperor, card of Aries. Some of you, this could have been a boss. Some of you, I feel like, just be careful because you may have some father issues. And what I mean by that is, good old dad might have treated good old mom in not the greatest way. And lo and behold, I find myself in the same type of energy. So I need to look at that, right? Because that is a pattern. This can certainly talk about, losing of a job. This may also be someone that I used to look up to. And then we have the Queen of Swords. I feel like I'm going to keep the Queen of Swords with the Emperor. Um, Queen of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But beyond that, I love, there's white doves all around her. And I have to tell you, like, my peripheral vision has been seeing white doves. Now, I kept telling myself, is this even the time? Because we're entering winter, like that we would see white doves, but I kept seeing them. But I couldn't like see them head on, like with my face looking directly at them. It's always in my peripheral vision. And it's interesting because just yesterday I was thinking to myself, I have a feeling this is talking about, you know, a reading I'm about to do. So, what do doves mean to me, especially white doves? It's a symbol of love, purity. I feel like someone took this queen's voice, her beliefs, but in a way, I have to, I also have to say, in a way, she allowed it. But sometimes, sometimes we try to get away from things, and it doesn't always mean it's easy. All right, what do I want to look at? Because I don't want to clarify everything, because I feel like, sometimes I can over clarify. I want to come down here and I want to look at the soulmates, and I just want to look at the bottom line. And there's a couple things over here I want to look at, but let's start with the soulmates, which is spiritual union here, but then the Eight of Swords next to it. Tell me more. Tell me more about that. Funny, the person in the Nine of Pentacles is sitting there with his hands wide open, open to receiving. And what's he receiving? Soulmate energy. The Moon. The Queen of Wands. Hmm. Queen of Wands can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, for sure. I mean, we do have Aries over here. This is a Queen of Action, though. This is a queen that moves according to her desires. Remember, we have the Page of Wands over here. This could be younger energy, current energy. Now, you don't have to be a fire sign. It just means, I feel like this person is thinking to themselves, because I do feel like they want love in their life, but not, again, not any old love. I feel like they want true fulfillment. And I feel like they're ready to help fulfill another. Now, many of you, I feel like you already know each other, but I do feel like they're questioning, like, will the queen be willing to accept this? And I almost feel like the moon is saying, well, we're not going to give you that answer, because maybe part of their purpose is to have the guts, right? To break free of the fear of potentially reaching out, let's say. Even though in the Hermit, I do feel like it's them. It's almost like they're shining their light over to you first. All right. Well, let's look at the moon. So we have double Pisces on the board. We have triple Cancer, and so much more. We have Virgo, with Aries, Gemini. I mean, that's why giving signs to me sometimes seems senseless, because really we're a mixture of everything. The world. Interesting. So the world now is over the moon, with the world right above it. I do feel like this person is potentially going to say yes, but I do feel like this person, they do have some fear about maybe how to approach, how it will be received. But in the same breath, I feel like two people feel like they need a new beginning in their lives, separate from each other, but it's like this feeling like I need change. I need, like, maybe over here they're working on their finances. Over here, I feel like they got their finances together. Over here, I feel like potentially they were dealing with a narcissistic type energy, and they really had to break themselves free. Eight of Cups tells you many times the only way to break yourself free from a narcissist is to leave a narcissist. Standing your ground against them again with the Five of Wands, it's not going to get me the results that I'm looking for, because they're not going to back down. No, I won't back down. All right, let's come right over. And we're just going over the Hermit, the Eight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Three of Cups. Tell us more, tell us more. Ten of Wands over the Hermit. Page of Cups over the Eight of Swords. I feel like this person has a tendency to carry the weight of a relationship. Not just a relationship, but it's almost like, I feel like this person just, there's been some real heaviness in their life. And that heaviness has caused them to question everything about them. Can I be successful? Am I lovable? And if I am lovable, why do things keep going wrong? Well, maybe I keep picking the wrong person. But the Page of Pentacles or the Page of Cups is saying that you got to remember that childlike part of yourself, your inner child. Your inner child wouldn't create the Eight of Swords, right? Because the inner child lives unencumbered. But I feel like, yes, the Hermit is illuminating that these 10 wands are here. And I feel like at the 10 of wands, a person is secretly wishing for a tower. I feel like in the Ten of Swords, it's almost like I don't have the power within me anymore. I don't have the strength within me to even wish for a tower. But the Ten of Wands seems to do that for you. These two could have been together before, and there could have been some untrustworthy energy. But I feel like if that was the case, I don't feel like it's anything that can't be overcome. Because I feel like if you were together, it feels like it was a period of time when you were learning, you were still learning. Now I feel like we're coming to the table as kings and queens, which means, listen, doesn't mean the learning is over, but I've gained a lot of wisdom from my past, or at least I have the ability. This person over here, it's like I almost feel like the person I ended up with, shoo, doesn't feel good. All right. Someone had that reading, I think it was Cancer, where I put soulmates versus narcissist. I think it was Cancer. All right, we're going to take what's face up first. Look at this, the Five of Cups right over the Lovers. So there's those two cups within the Five of Cups, right here. It's a 5. Change. I want you to ask yourself, where's my focus? What am I focusing on? In this energy, it is what I have lost. But a 5 again asks for change. So when this person is able to change their focus, what's that mean? It means that I'm not going to give up hope that I can have 2 cups, or that this 2 of cups and I will come together. Judgment is blowing the trumpet right at this energy. Change. Start thinking about all that can be and not what you have lost. Doesn't mean, because this can get to the energy of woe is me, and it doesn't mean we don't deserve to be in there for a moment, but we don't want to get lost in it. Look at that, the Ace of Swords. Okay, so I feel like this is telling us how potentially this is coming together, and I feel like it's through communication. The Ace of Swords to me means truth. And then we have 2 cards down here. Whoa. The Nine of Wands. And then look at this, the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this Nine of Wands seems important, right? Because here I have the Ace of Swords, so communication coming in. No matter which way it's coming in, it's coming in. It's coming from a soulmate. no doubt, or a twin flame. But there's those two cups that someone clearly is changing their focus at, right? What's mirroring it? The Eight of Cups. So I'm looking within my emotional house, but this person's moving on from it. Like I'm not lost in it anymore. Boom. Communication. It's interesting because, I mean, I know many of you already know the story, but Sam and I were together when we were teenagers and then went our separate way. And then 40 years later, during a very, I don't very often get lonesome. I just don't. Maybe it's the Virgo in me, like, like I can entertain myself. But I was having one of those days where I was feeling weak and, you know, potentially reaching out to someone that, it was clearly over with. And then there was a beep on the line and it was Sam. And now we're in union. Now, it took 5 years. Don't get me wrong, because that's something I feel like we have to learn through tarot is it can paint a beautiful picture, but it's also painting the picture of life and the lessons within it. And especially with the Eight of Swords, because self-created prison, like I'm not willing to move out of that prison. And until I'm willing to move out of that prison, does it kind of block in a way? I don't know how I could say no. So the Knight of Wands to me seems very important, probably for both sides, because this is someone looking at the last chapter or the chapters in their life and understanding their own responsibility within it, the good, the bad, the ugly. This person ultimately, because they were able and willing to do that, I feel like becomes the spirit warrior. Many times you'll see this depicted as someone whose clothes have like outgrown them, right? Because their spiritual muscles have grown and they're busting through the clothes. So the nine, first the ace, then the nine, and then the ace of wands. Does that not feel like yes? Action. So it makes sense that there is quite a few things to get through, right? But I feel like as we get through them, we're moving closer and closer to what just feels like a true love, and that's not putting any other old loves down, maybe they were meant to be in their time, but this is now about what I feel like is going to be the ultimate love. Now, I also want to look up one thing. It's so funny, my phone is it only works if I have it connected to the wall now. It's just like done. But I want to look up the eights real quick. Angel number 888. The spiritual meaning of angel number 888 is also about opening your heart to those around you, knowing that you can okay, just cut it off. 888 is your angel's way of saying good job, but leave some space open for more. Now, we're getting more than just, I want to add another 8 in there because we're getting more than just three eights. The angel number 8888 does come laced with messages around abundance, change, and being a more active participant when it comes to walking your life's path. 888 represents 8888 represents inner power, strength, and control. You're stronger than you may think, and your guardian angels are sending you eights to remind you of that. Um, let's just read one more. This is the angel number of abundance, and you might see it on a check when you receive for service performed to let you know that there is a possibility of good financial abundance with the particular client, company, or simply the type of work that you are currently doing. All right, well, how about for love? Let's add in for love. Seeing the angel number 8888 could mean that you and your twin flame could be reunited very soon. Interesting. The waiting is over, and 888 is a message from your guardian angels that you'll meet your special someone soon. In relationship, seeing 8888 angel number implies that a phase in your love life will end or change. That's what feels like is happening over here. Definitely talk about twin flames. 8888 means that the universe is bringing you an abundance of love interest. It's a symbol of reassurance that your guardian angels are surrounding you with love and protecting you against any external forces that would seek to harm you. All right, one more. All right, it's back to twin flames again. Seeing the number 8888 can mean that you and your twin flame could be reunited very soon. It is a number blessed with abundance and spiritual leveling, and few things can compete with that energy than a twin flame relationship. Now, don't get lost in that, okay? Because, you know, soulmate love is a beautiful thing. Okay. I feel like I could keep looking and looking, but instead, I feel like what I want to do now is read Mother Mary because faith seems to be perfect. It's funny, I'm making my own tarot cards and I just did my faith card, the Hierophant, um, yesterday, but I'm calling it faith. All right, faith. The question you're asking evolves involves a situation that is testing your faith. Nonetheless, this card indicates that more faith is needed. Everything will resolve itself in a divinely ordered way over time, even if presently no situations are in sight or no solutions are in sight. Prayers are often answered in unexpected ways, as will be the case for this situation. Leave it in the hands of God, who in his infinite wisdom already know how to. I feel like I'm reading wrong. What's wrong with me? Leave it in the hands of God, who in his infinite wisdom already knows how to resolve everything. God, Mother Mary, and the angels can see your future, and it is bright. Have faith, dear one, so that you can enjoy each precious moment on your pathway to your beautiful tomorrow. Amen. Amen. And I feel like this is definitely representing 2023, moving into 2024. Listen, it may start through the line of communication, but then there's movement. I mean, we got the chariot, we got movement. So I would put my money on the 2024 that these soulmates are going to be together physically. I don't mean sexually, but probably that also. But you know what I mean. I feel like, again, it may start through communication. And maybe that's exactly what it needs, right? Because through the communication, you may be able to break down like walls and help each other break down walls. And then when it comes together, maybe that's when now we're just free to love, right? Like we'll deal with our issues through communication. But then the Ace of Wands, it just feels like it's free to love. Free to love, baby. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I feel like this is a long one, but also feel it's very clear. Again, don't just jump to the beautiful love messages. Look at what's in between. Those are the lessons, and that's what we're here for. Our soul's here to learn lessons and to expand. Like each lesson learned expands our soul, which then expands our life. I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I've got nothing else to say. I feel like everything that needed to be said has been said. I do want to tell you, though, how much gratitude I have for all of you. Truly, all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for those who donated to help me get this new computer. I've gone through my own little towers, and it was you who helped me to rebound from that. So much gratitude. I'll never forget it. Um, Thank you for your donations. It's what keeps this channel alive. Probably many channels, to be honest. Um, thank you for subbing, subscribing, sharing. I feel like you never know who you're going to help. It doesn't mean I want you just to go share away. But sometimes I feel like when you share, like if you feel like, I have a feeling I should share this, I have a feeling it's going to help someone. And I get many emails from, sometimes they're left on comments under the video, like so and so shared this, and it was just what I needed to hear at just the right time. So thank you for that. Thank you for your beautiful comments. Keep them coming. I feel like it's how we get to know one another also. I already feel your energy. But I feel like your comments really are helping others, like as we become the hermit, the wise one, spreading that wisdom just feels like the right thing to do. So, anyways, I love you guys. I thank you. Use your spiritual ears listening to this reading, not your worried minds, right? Maybe you have to watch it more than once. Maybe your worried mind watches and you're like, eh. And then you come back and you're like, wait a minute. Maybe I am taking all these swords. Maybe I do need to re-listen. So, keep it in your back pocket. Keep it in your back pocket because for some of you, I feel like it's starting through the line of communication for 2023. But I feel like 2024, you're together. Now, I know it's not everyone, but boy, do I feel like it's a lot of you. So, I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. I thank you. I hope my light's okay. If not, I'll keep working on it. Um, I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.